Home ownership is a goal for many Arkansans. However, the process and all the different financial factors to consider can be overwhelming to many of us.
Yep.
Yeah, so here with some mortgage-related tips is Rich Allensworth, loan officer at Rock Mortgage. Hey, Rich, thanks for joining us.
Hey, guys, how y'all doing?
Doing good. Good to see you.
Yes. Now, Rich, what can you tell us about the USDA program and how it works for Arkansans?
Well, there's really three things you need to remember about a USDA loan, or basically other people call it an RD loan. About 50% of home buyers, their biggest barrier to purchasing a home is the upfront cost. And the great thing about an RD loan, and probably the first thing you need to know, is with an RD loan, there's no down payment. So this creates an opportunity for people to buy a house they couldn't buy a house otherwise.
Gotcha. And they're called RD or rural loans, but they're not limited to folks who live outside the city limits. Is that right?
Well, it just depends. Definitely across the state of Arkansas, there's tons of areas that are RD eligible. What it really does is keeps you from the metro areas. But just be surprised how close to the metro areas you can get. For an example, the Northwest Arkansas Mall, within 5 to 10 minute drive of that mall, there's probably tons of RD eligible homes. And so the second thing to remember is don't assume that because it's an RD loan and you're not eligible or the home's not eligible. It's a great program.
Gotcha. So like participation in the loan program is dependent on where your property is located, obviously. What are some other maybe restrictions for these USDA loans?
Well, there's not a ton of restrictions, but for an RD loan, you must live in it as your primary residence. You can't buy the house as an investment property to rent out. There's also income limits. However, you'd be surprised at how high the caps are on these income limits. In the Northwest Arkansas area, there's a lot of people that are eligible. So each state has income-specific limits, but it's very, very high, and there's a great opportunity. So you can check the USDA site to see the income eligibility.
Okay, good to know, because we know a lot of people are looking, you know, maybe you already own a home, but maybe you're looking for that investment property.
That's right.
So good to know there, Rich.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the USDA loan being zero down and not to assume, you know, that your property is ineligible. What's the number 3 thing on your list to remember about the USDA home loans?
Well, one of the things to remember, you know, it's not always the best fit for you. There's many factors to consider, risk and benefits. First and foremost, you probably need to reach out to a local lender that can look at the loan, look at your income, your savings, and determine what's the best fit for you. It's just really important that you have help when you're looking for the RD loan. And I do that every day. I love helping people buy a home that couldn't buy a home before.
Absolutely, and we definitely appreciate you, of course, Rich. What if our viewers want more information, or if they're interested in working with Rock Mortgage Lending? How can they do that?
Well, the best way to do is call our office at 479-321-3355. That's 479-321-3355. Or go to our website, rockmortgagelending.com.
Perfect, and we'll make sure that you guys at home have all the information. Give Rich a shout.
Give him a shout.
He knows what he's talking about.
I know, and look at that painting behind Rich. I love where you placed yourself, man. That painting is awesome back there.
It's great. It's a great painting of Bentonville. Love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I love it. Rich, thank you so much.
Rich.
We'll see you next month.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right.
Bye-bye.